Last night, Fox News hosted a town hall event for neocon Nikki Haley in Iowa, since the Iowa caucus is now less than 1 week away. And like all career politicians, she lied with every breath. But with the magic of the internet and a guy in his kitchen on a laptop, we can easily catch those lies, and in quite a hilarious way. Take it away, liar.
So you're also getting heat for not being conservative enough, or a true conservative from DeSantis. He has a new ad out saying that Hillary Clinton was your inspiration.
No, because, I mean, look, DeSantis is desperate. He's lying because he's losing. But let's go.
Well, he is losing, yes, but let's get back to the matter.
Problem is, if you have to lie to win, you don't deserve to win. I never said Hillary Clinton was an inspiration.
Really? Because that's not what she wrote in her book back in 2019. With all due respect, a fake New York Times bestseller, which she also narrated the audiobook for, saying this.
Clinton's nomination was obviously historic in that she was the first woman nominated for president by one of the major parties. I didn't know her, although I had met her several years before at a women's professional event in Greenville, South Carolina. At that event, she had inspired me to run for office and make my voice heard, and in some ways, she remained inspiring.
Excuse me, what was that you said just last night again?
I never said Hillary Clinton was an inspiration.
I've been telling you, Nikki Haley is the brunette version of Hillary Clinton, just with a supposed R next to her name. All right, I'm going to try to keep this video fairly short, so please, Nikki, tell us one of your other biggest lies.
So Governor DeSantis is hitting you for claiming the retirement age is, quote, way, way too low. He said, quote, I don't know why she's saying that. So are you saying that? Where do you stand?
I have never once said that.
She never said that. Well, that's interesting because here she is just last year admitting the obvious.
Social Security is going to go bankrupt in 10 years. Medicare is going to go bankrupt in 8. So the way we deal with it is we don't touch anyone's retirement or anyone who's been promised in, but we go to people like my kids in their 20s when they're coming into the system and we say the rules have changed. We change retirement age to reflect life expectancy. Instead of cost of living increases, we do it based on inflation. We limit the benefits on the wealthy, and we expand Medicare Advantage plans.
So yes, you did say that the retirement age needs to be raised. Yes, you are a liar. And yes, unfortunately, whoever the future president is going to have to do that because the country is broke. And notice what else she admitted there, and it's something that I've been warning about that they're going to eventually do at some point, although she worded it in a completely Orwellian way, which is how it will be worded when they eventually do roll this out. She said that they're going to limit the benefits of the, quote, wealthy, which means that if you've worked hard at a career for 40 years and contributed every month to your IRA, or if you were extra responsible and opened up a Roth IRA and made extra plans ahead for your retirement, when you get to be 65 years old, if you have a nest egg of 500 grand or $1 million, they're going to consider you to be wealthy, and then they're going to dock your Social Security payments or just eliminate them. Because, well, they're going to really have to because there's going to be no money. This is not financial advice, by the way, a little disclaimer, but it is educational advice. I would highly recommend reading Tony Robbins' book, Money Master the Game, if you're interested in learning about planning for retirement and IRAs and things like that. It's one of my favorite books because as a YouTuber, I obviously don't have a company 401k to put into or a company to match and get stock bonuses and all this. So I've been trying to figure this out on my own, and it's been one of the most interesting and educational books that I've ever found. And if I only would have known 20 years ago what I know now, I would have opened a Roth IRA and started buying S&P 500 index funds. But that's the way it goes. But back to reasons not to vote for Nikki Haley. Here she is on CBS being asked one of the key issues in this election cycle and one of the most pressing issues in, well, America today. Something, of course, that just us crazy YouTubers used to talk about years ago, trying to warn everybody that this was coming. And now, well, it's a major campaign issue. And here's where she stands on it.
Madam Ambassador, another question is what care should be on the table when a 12-year-old child in this country assigned female at birth says, actually, I feel more comfortable living as a boy. What should the law allow the response to be?
Well, I think the law should stay out of it, and I think parents should handle it.
The law should stay out of it, she says. So these parents, according to Nikki Haley, shouldn't be arrested. It's just their decision to raise their kids as babies.
Are we a normal family?
No.
We have 2 kids. Order Domino's for dinner sometimes.
All right, I'm ready to go.
In many ways, we fit the kind of normal stereotype. Our kids, Caden and Zyler, are 3.5 years old, and we're raising them using they, them, their gender-neutral pronouns so that they can decide for themselves when, if, and how they want to identify as a gender.
And this is a report from 5 years ago, from 2018. And notice how the Republican Party and the mainstream pundits really never talked about these issues until, well, just about last year. I probably don't need to remind anybody that Nikki Haley said that if President Trump ran again in 2024, she would not oppose him and instead would back his campaign.
I would not run if President Trump ran.
I mean, what's next? Is she going to say that we need to stop being disrespectful of the millions and millions of illegal aliens who keep flooding into America? Oh, wait, what's this?
We don't need to be disrespectful. We don't need to talk about them as criminals. They're not. They're families that want a better life, and they're desperate to get here.
Stop calling them criminals, she says, because she knows once the amnesty plan is rolled out, the Republican Party will be competing with the Democrat Party, hoping to gain the votes of the new citizens, catering to them, just like the RNC has been doing to the Rainbow People. This from the GOP chairwoman, Ronna McDaniel, in June of 2021, wishing everybody a happy Pride Month. And the GOP is proud to have doubled the LGBT people over the last 4 years and will continue to grow our big tent by supporting them.
So my question is, again, it's directed to Mr. Kirk because he was raised as a conservative. As the guy before has said, you've advocated for homosexuality, said that there's a place for the gay agenda within the conservative movement. So my question is there any point where conservatives should take a moral stance on Christian morality, or should we abandon it altogether? So in other words, what is TPUSA's, what is your brand of conservatism doing to actually conserve Christian morality? If we're ceding to the left on transgender, gay rights, gay marriage, we don't want that in conservatism.
So you don't want him in the conservative movement? I just want to be very clear. Let's just be... Rob.
So you don't want me in the movement?
No. Hold on a sec. I want to be very clear. Hold on a sec. You're bringing some very charged language. I'm going to try to calm down the temperature in the room.
Which is why in my new book, The War on Conservatives, which you should order in paperback from Amazon.com or download the ebook from any of the major ebook stores, I detail how we're not just opposed to the Marxist Democrats, we're also opposed by enemies within our own ranks, the rhinos, the neocons, and the cowardly conservatives. So order The War on Conservatives in paperback from Amazon.com or click the link in the description below and check it out.